All right, we're rolling. We're rolling. Oh, well, we're not rolling as yet. But this is just my playtime with my motorcycle. Everyone's tripping on speed, everyone's obsessed with speed, but I think static can be ecstatic. So a lot of times I can just park my bike where it is and play around with it, get comfortable climbing up, getting down. So there are a lot of things that I can play with, position, figure out how it feels, where my knees are hugging the tank. If I lean back, how does it feel? Feel that stretch in the calves, feel that change of position when I rotate, feel the change of center of gravity as I move forward, backward, change of direction. The idea for me during playtime is to just get comfortable with my body on my motorcycle and to just feel the balance, feel my own balance, and kind of intertwine the two, get so comfortable that I'm able to get on and off the motorcycle without discomfort at first, and then eventually with comfort later. So the bike itself is in an awkward position right now, but that's what makes it more fun and more challenging. If I can do this, there's a slope towards this side, so it gets even more challenging. I'm holding the front brake so the bike doesn't lean over. And a lot of this stuff can just help me feel how I connect and relate with my motorcycle. Of course, with the constant presence of gravity around. Even when it comes to just sitting on the bike, just feeling it, moving back, moving forward, going over, standing, leaning too far forward, feeling why it feels wrong or awkward and why it might hinder my balance, staying back and seeing why that makes it a better position to stay in. Maybe I'm going too close, maybe I'm going too straight up. This entire playtime for me is just a time for me to spend with my motorcycle in different positions, in different ways. Since I'm a short rider on a tall bike, it might help to get comfortable dabbing, getting comfortable moving around, doing the same on the other side. Maybe I can, maybe I can't in this situation. So then, what do I do? There's always a different way to play. There's just no one way to play. So the idea is to just keep trying out stuff. Some things work, some things click, some things don't. At the end of my playtime, I'm just going to make a log of all my observations during this experience so I can contemplate on it later and figure out parts that I might want to improve on or I might want to practice more of. Can be quite tiresome, but there's a fine line between tiring and tiresome. It's tiresome when I try to do something which I'm not yet quite capable of, and that frustrates me. That's when it gets tiresome. There are times when I know that this is where I'm at, this is the best I can do right now. And while it's exhausting, it's at best tiring. It's not tiresome. So right now I could like practice dropping the bike, putting it down, lifting it back up. Maybe I'm doing it right. Maybe I'm not. But the idea is to get comfortable with managing the weight of my bike in different positions. What if I lean it too far out? Oh my God. What if I lean it too far in? Right? The idea is to just feel the weight of the motorcycle and connect it with all of me. I don't want to be muscling it with just my hands. I don't want to be using just limited resources. So ideally, I'm going to try to figure out how I can use every inch of my body, every muscle in my body to keep this behemoth of a machine upright. And I think I've slid out of frame right now, but this is a lot of the stuff. There may be times when I'm moving my bike out like this. So obviously, it's not that I'm trying to lift my bike up, but I need to be able to understand anchor points, averages, feel the tipping point. That's that point at which I lose balance. And obviously, you don't want to be putting your hand inside the wheel. But like I said, there are times when you need to do whatever it takes to help yourself or help someone out of trouble. So my playtime essentially keeps me building a connection, a relation, an interaction with my motorcycle. So when I'm in times of trouble, I can help myself, I can help someone else if they're in times of trouble, or I can prevent myself from falling into that trouble in the first place. Right now, the bike looks like it's going to fall because it's completely upright, even though it's on the side stand, thanks to the slope. But that's another understanding that I am close to the tipping point, but I'm still safe, right? Knowing that fine line, dancing and playing on that fine line is what I'd like to do during my playtime. So whether it's reinforcing my physical position on the motorcycle in relation to the motorcycle, understanding the various parts of my body and how they're connected, whether the ankle is lower than the ball of the feet, whether the ball of the feet are what's making contact with the pegs, not the full foot, whether my knees are gripping the motorcycle, holding it, and constantly helping me by relaying information of how the bike is moving through the knees and also moving or manipulating the motorcycle to change direction based on how I'm changing position on the pegs. So I like to spend as little effort in my upper body while riding a motorcycle. So I let my legs do more of the work, which is also why I'm relatively relaxed and easy going while riding a motorcycle off road because I let the lower body do more work than the upper body. That's pretty much it. There's no limitation to what you can do, even when the motorcycle is static. Like I said, just getting comfortable with its weight, feeling that tipping point, letting it go just past the edge of comfort, and then reeling it back in. Same way, maybe I'll drop it all the way down and pick it back up. Maybe I do it this way. Yeah, the bike is in gear, but the wheel is shifting. These are things that happen off road. There's just no way of avoiding trouble, but the challenge is to understand how you might be in trouble and kind of get comfortable being in those situations. So, all of this is something I can do on my motorcycle. Rockabye baby on the treetop. Kind of, sing lullabies to your motorcycle. It's been a strong workhorse, give her some playtime, give her some nap time, put her to sleep, sing her a lullaby, rock her gently. All of this is less of an exercise. It's not like I'm building my quad strength or my, you know, hip mobility. But the idea is to just get comfortable with my body and my motorcycle and understand how they can both play well together. Because when I get on a motorcycle, we are one. There ideally is no differentiation between my body and my motorcycle. They're one and the same. Can I manage the weight just on the hips, or do I need to muscle it with my hands? Can I round weight of the motorcycle without dropping it either this side or that side? But it's not even as difficult as you imagine. It just gets less about effort